Hello there, Internet, and welcome back to this Let's Play of the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. So, it's been a long while. Well, it probably looks like it hasn't been a very long while because these videos are coming up kind of continuously. But it's been a very long while for me. At least more than a week, maybe almost 2 weeks since I played this game. But now we're getting back to it, and I think today we'll be playing this challenge here, the Family Man. It's supposedly very difficult and very annoying, but it unlocks a super cool item, so therefore I want to play it. Okay, so we start with that key that allows us to open doors and even lock doors, so it's nice if we don't get any keys. We have Rotten Baby, Sister Maggie, Brother Bobby. What else do we have? Best Friends Forever means we have bigger and stronger familiars. So of course these are going to be the only ones that can actually deal damage for us. So that's very annoying. I imagine that the flies are probably going to be the most important part of this. Because we can always have one fly, so it's just a matter of getting that fly in there. And then another one will spawn, and the flies in general are pretty powerful. So what are we looking for? Everything essentially. It's also very difficult to aim these guys because somehow the tears don't come out of me. I would also wish that they would fire a little bit more rapidly. I don't know if there's any way for us to make that happen. This is super tricky actually. It's also super slow. So we will be very dependent on the mood of the RNG here. We really want a bunch of good items to begin with, but because since we're not getting any item rooms at all, which by the way probably means that Datsky will play a very little role. Because of that, we had a trail of thought at some point, but I'm not sure what it was. Something about stuff. I'm pretty sure whatever the point was that I tried to make, it was completely obvious. So nothing was lost, I would imagine. Again, just look at the flies. The flies are gonna mean the entire difference here. I guess we will... I mean, since we will probably not be too interested in boss rush, we may as well take our time to get as many benefits as is possible. Because we will need them. This golden poop could go a long way. So I guess there's no reason not to use Dad's key here. And just to get those extra keys whenever we can. It means that we will probably be able to get all the golden chests that we want. Deck of cards, pretty good. It's better than Dad's key anyway. But obviously I do not have enough money to buy it. Since we're one-shotting these flies, this room in particular is actually not too bad. So let's see, if we want to we could use a bomb to get some more money. We will of course go into our curse room. Yeah, it's a good deal. We also feel a little slow, maybe that's just because I haven't played this in a while. I don't think we start with any speed downs or anything. So it will cost me 2 bombs to get that, which is more bombs than I have. There are several possibilities, well 2 possibilities at least for the secret room. So let's see if I can rule one out, because I may as well get that extra benefit as well. Okay, it seems hard to rule any of these 2 out, to be honest. Maybe if I'm gonna go with the one to the left, just because... there's no good reason, but I'm feeling lucky. Ah, damn it. Alright, we'll probably get another bomb eventually. Dual Flash should be easy enough. In particular since we're apparently one-shotting flies. So get a bunch of flies of our own in there. Yeah. Actually Sister Maggie is dealing a fair amount of damage as well. Probably comparable to the flies, just looking at it right now. So maybe I shouldn't complain too much about our familiars here. Get some HP, that's good enough. So hopefully we'll be able to go to a devil room on the next floor. It's gonna mean the entire difference here. In particular, I'm hesitant to go into the curse room already now. Because as always the way it works is that if you don't take damage on the floor, red heart damage, you have a better chance at the devil room. And if you don't take red heart damage on the boss, you have an even better chance. Envy is incredibly annoying. Yeah, this is gonna take forever. Oh. It's somehow nice that I don't need to get into the line of sight to actually hit them. I could just like kind of hide and hope that I can just shoot and deal damage to them anyway. It's still very annoying though. I would not recommend this challenge run as the first one you want to do. Well, maybe I would actually, because the item that you get from it, which is the entire reason why I did this in the first place, is very much worth it. It can easily win a run for you. I'm not gonna spoil it yet, because in case that I'm gonna fail, and it's very likely that I will, then it will be more fun if I don't spoil it. Isn't that correct? Okay, so apparently you need to actually fire before Rotten Baby summons a new fly. It's kind of interesting. So I guess this room was actually super easy compared to how easy it would ordinarily be. Compass is also pretty good. I forget how far we need to go on this run, but I actually think we need to go fairly far. Do you see it? Tinted rock up here. I may as well open this. Cancer's pointless, I guess? Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Cancer normally gives you a tears upgrade, but we don't have any tears. It could be useful in some situations maybe, if I don't know actually. Probably it synergizes with some items. I'm a little scared that this fire will shoot me. There we go. So yeah, still first plan is to find the boss as soon as possible. I think if we could just get Brimstone or Mom's Knife, then we're set. I think Brimstone still works because it doesn't fire out of our eyes. I think that's kind of the rule here, that because we have because we're blindfolded, we can't use tears, but everything else goes. I mean, it's not like we hold the knife, Mom's Knife, with our eyes anyway. I don't think so anyway. It'll be a little strange. We're certainly getting a lot of keys. Should remember to look for tinted rocks still. I feel like I've been somehow pushing that out of my mind. Okay, get rid of the black spider before anything else, because that's gonna be terribly annoying otherwise. So I lost a little bit of health there. It's okay. So even if I don't take any damage here, I think it will still be worth it to go back to our curse room, even if it will cost us a black heart. Even though I would of course much prefer if it didn't. Ah, I got hit. Okay, I guess that makes me feel a little better about it, as long as I don't get hit again anyway. Yeah, we're actually not completely in as bad a spot as I imagined. I mean, there are several characters that spawn or start with less damage than we have right now. It's placenta, right? HP and no, magic scab. That's more HP, that's good. Okay, this is an interesting one. This is missing page, which is your enemies will pay, isn't it? I think it is, which gives us more consumables, I think. I think I'll just go crazy here. Yeah, the enemies will pay. We also get some black hearts out of it, or 1 black heart. I will also take Satanic Bible just to have a way of regenerating our health. Use it immediately. And here's the big question. Should I pick up 9 lives? So, yeah, I should. Should I? Maybe that was the wrong decision. The thing is, it would be neat to become Guppy, normally, right? Oh, we're carrying the missing page. I never noticed that before. I imagined that it would be neat to get, or to become Guppy. But I'm not even sure that's the case, because becoming Guppy means that we spawn a bunch of flies whenever... Hey, we can go in here now. That's so like I don't actually want that, do I? I don't think it does anything, but maybe it destroys our run if we get something else. Zombie is the one that buffs our... Let's try it out. Oh, it's a damage down. That probably affects our familiars as well, doesn't it? And tears way up, but I mean, we don't really have tears. So I was just curious about how that would work, but I'm afraid that we actually just made our run harder by destroying the damage on our flies and familiars. I'm not exactly sure how damage scales with familiars and stuff, but it does seem like Monster is taking more hits to get down, doesn't it? Than he did just a second ago. That's a little unfortunate. So maybe that was a huge mistake. In particular, I'm not even sure how soy milk would benefit us otherwise. If there's any like cool items that you could get that soy milk makes much better, I'm not sure. I guess the last piece of logic I had was I don't think we actually ever got soil milk in a campaign run, so we needed to actually unlock everything. But the thing is, we're not even playing on campaign, so yeah. I can't get that. That's a waste of a black heart. I should have also picked up the soul heart from the shop before going in there, but that seemed like it would take a little too long to do. So, so far we're... Okay, I could have actually bought a bomb. Oh, I couldn't because I want this before anything else. Okay. Yeah, I'm not liking our chances very much at the moment. But, maybe we can get something awesome and it will make everything work somehow. I was expecting this to take forever actually, but it's not looking like it's actually too bad. So anyway, our flies are now more important than ever. Nicalis, destruction. That destroys every rock and every destroyable thing on the entire room whenever we use it. I will come back in here and get a I could use it now and get 2/3 of a black heart, but let's just min-max and actually get an entire black heart at some point. I will also destroy the fire. Oh, that's the worst damage. In here, yeah, it's probably worth it. Okay, so that means that we don't need to actually fight in the challenge room, which is very nice. So it's generally, oh shit, the strategy to pick up all the red chests before you actually start fighting the mobs, because there is a very good chance that one of them will teleport you out of the room, and it will make it simpler unless you fight Krampus and then have a good chance at dying. Then it's maybe not so good. But if we get Krampus's head, would I take it? I mean, I just paid for the Satanic Bible, so it would seem like it would be kind of an insane idea. But then on the other hand, Krampus's head is fantastic. I'm afraid the lump of coal won't do anything. Now that I said that we're fully gonna get, actually we got Krampus's head. So should we take that? I think we should, because I don't think Satanic Bible will win us the run. So I do feel a little silly for having paid for it. Oh, the chests are gone. Or maybe I did manage to pick up or open all the chests, I'm not sure. Okay, so we will use these. Are you a wizard? Doesn't do anything, I guess. And paralysis. So normally a year wizard means that we will shoot diagonally instead of in front of us. But in our particular setup, that actually makes no difference. So I will use, I imagine, Head of Krampus a lot more vigilantly than I would normally do. No way to get that. Unless the rooms are very simple. Of course, now we actually need to pay to get into rooms, but that's also okay. I do realize that I missed out on the black heart by not taking the battery, actually. I mean, small decisions, or I'm not even sure I'm gonna call it mistake, because it was somehow founded in logic. It's just an unfortunate collection of events that somehow meant that we no longer have the Head of Krampus. Or so we no longer have the Satanic Bible. But it would be very nice to have right now, because we could get that extra black heart, and that extra black heart could mean make a meaningful difference in the long run. So this is a room where it would make sense to get Nicalis, or use Nicalis, because we could then destroy those 4 mushrooms. But let's just keep it around, min-max a little bit. 4 mushrooms seems like a below average use of it. And of course, I said a few rooms ago that I would use, that I would use Head of Krampus more often, and now I don't. So if we come across a, we actually have 1 bomb right now. I was thinking if we come across a marked rock, that would be a good excuse to use Nicalis, but yeah, I forgot that we actually picked up a bomb. There's like an entire science to make these people, or these familiars, line up in a way that they can actually shoot the poop efficiently. There we go. So now I'm beginning to become hesitant to actually use Head of Krampus at all before the boss fight, because it must be coming up fairly soon, and the main reason in wanting to pick up Head of Krampus is that we can use it on boss fights to more or less one-shot at least all the early floor bosses here. This is a pretty big floor, actually. Is it an Excel? No, it's not. It's just ordinary caves. So mistakes were probably made so far in this run. Yeah, not much to really say about that, other than this might be a run or a challenge that we will do more than once. Okay, there it is. Finally. So what do I want to do with this Nicalis thing? It's probably even better on the next... on Necropolis and the depths, because there... I mean, so here on the caves, from the mushrooms, we can get some good stuff. We can get pills first and foremost, but we can also get items like Magic Mushroom, which are very good. But on Necropolis, you can get tarot cards, and tarot cards can be super good. So I think I'll keep it until then, actually. So getting more bumps is good. I guess that's missing page part 2, whatever it's called. Pestilence should be easy, I guess. Yeah, that was indeed very easy. Unfortunately, we don't get a another devil room. So, how do we want to do this? I mean, it would be nice to go into the devil room, bring the the Satanic Bible back with us to get the battery, and then go on to the next floor. It seems extremely cumbersome, though. I could use it to get some charges on Head of Krampus as well. But will that make any meaningful difference? I'm not sure it will. Yeah, 2 bosses for a single red chest. It's gonna take some convincing if I should do that. It's a lot of colored enemies in this room. Ooh. This guy fires bombs. I don't know what blue guys do, actually. Do they also blow up or something like that when they die? I'm a little scared to find out. They certainly have a lot of health. Maybe that's just their thing. I'm pretty lucky I didn't get hit there. It's probably because of the Cube of Meat. Cube of Meat is actually pretty nice as well, because we have Best Friends Forever, which makes it huge. Probably means that it deals more damage to enemies when we touch them, and also means that it blocks more shots on average. Depending on how good you are actually using it. Hopefully at some point we'll be able to get something good from our shots. It seems like we're not actually getting a lot of money. Hit these guys. Just die, please. Ugh. This room is terribly annoying. It's just not quite enough room to move around on. Also, it looks like at this point our damage is somehow no longer sufficient to deal with the enemies. Yeah, let's just make this easier. Should have probably done that on the previous one. Rustic Key should give us more keys. I'm not sure if it actually does anything. Cancer probably also does nothing because we don't have any tears, but maybe it can at some point in the future begin doing something. I don't know. Black Candle. Black Candle, I know what does. Black Candle means that you don't get curses on floors, so like Curse of the Lost and Curse of the Maze and all that. That's pretty good. Is it worth 15 cents? I'm not sure. I think instead I'll put some money into the beggar here. Hopefully get an HP upgrade or something like that. That would be sufficient for me to feel happy about it. Okay, fair enough. I'll take it. And then I'll probably buy the Soul Heart immediately. Could also be convinced to... What floor is this? Catacombs 2. Could also be convinced to buy a battery if we end up using Head of Krampus somehow more often than we should or need to. So essentially that means that at some point, if I want to, if the room turns out to be too difficult, I can spend 3 cents to clear it. Which is not a bad deal necessarily. So maybe I will have to do that at some point. Of course it won't work on a room like that, but what I mean is like, if the room before the boss fight turns out to be very difficult, then I can just use Head of Krampus and then go back and buy... Oh, Petrified Poop is actually pretty nice. And buy the battery. Or whatever that charge thingy is called. I took some damage again. I'm actually taking a fair amount of damage. So hopefully we won't go down to red heart damage before we find our boss. The boss must be around here. Get these guys to line up. So I'm thinking that Petrified Poop, which means that we get more drops from poop, will be better than cancer, probably, just because there's a good chance that cancer won't actually do anything. Tick could also be pretty good. Tick means that all bosses spawn at 80% health instead of 100%. And actually that often means the difference between one-shotting enemies with Head of Krampus, or one-shotting bosses with Head of Krampus, or not doing so. I was tempted to use Nicalis here, but it looks like Fourth Mushrooms aren't actually accessible to us. Anyway, Wretched should be easy. He has very little health. So let's just get in here. That was terrible, but hopefully we will still get our Devil Room. We don't. That's very unfortunate. Okay, so we're back at our starting health. What did we get for all of that starting health? We got more consumables. That's not too shabby, but also not fantastic. We got Guppy's Head. Or 9 lives, sorry. 9 lives. 9 lives could end up meaning that we survive longer than we otherwise would. And oh, these guys are way too fast. And in particular, if that ends up being the case, then that's also not too bad. I'm pretty lucky that Cube of Meat saved me there. One thing that I was always wondering about that I found out since I recorded the last run, see how we're blinking right now? It's because we're running on spider webs. That confused me for so long. And the answer is, of course, super simple. Anyway, I'm gonna use Nicalis in this room because there are so many mushrooms. Destroy all of those, hopefully get something good. Only 1 pill, that's a little unfortunate. Log up is not too bad though. Log up affects many things in the game. It affects, for instance, how many tier effects, how good your tier effects are, which doesn't mean anything just because we don't actually have any tiers. And it also affects other stuff, I guess. Oh! I don't think we ever saw this room before, but I know what it is. Which is kind of cheaty, but that's how it is. I know stuff. But I'll try not to spoil it at least. You've got to give me that. This is a bedroom. So we can sleep, and then we regain full health, but we already have full health. But there's a secret. We can blow up the carpet. And the carpet contains a, like one of these dungeons here. Oh shit, we can't use that, can we? Maybe it comes with a damage up as well. So I guess these are Death's Size, right? Or Death's Touch, or whatever it's called. Yeah, it comes with a damage upgrade. That's pretty good. At least if it does affect our familiars. I'm not sure if it does. But it's the one that makes us shoot scythes. We had that a couple of runs ago, and it was fantastic. I'm not sure how long ago though. Puberty doesn't do anything. I'll use a bomb here to get a pill, because pills can be very good. I should... Okay. I was afraid it was just a bad pill that we already knew, in which case I would feel a little silly. Let's just use it immediately. 48-hour energy, so I guess we're using Head of Krampus on the rest of the floor. It's good to know that it exists. That's a very useful pill to have against many enemies. So I think there was a soul heart at... maybe I bought that already. I forget. Yeah, I think I bought it. I was wondering if we should make use of anything in our shop, but I guess we won't. Could also go to the arcade, but there's almost no reason since we only have 5 cents. That's not actually entirely true. Let me just quickly go check how much health I have here. I forgot how much there was in the boss room as well. Let's just assume that there was some 1 full health. So then we have a heart and a half. And I don't think we have any other red hearts lying around. Meaning that... Well... I'm being silly, right? Because we have full health in the bedroom. Isn't that true? I think that's how it works. I mean, I never used it before, but I assume that's exactly how it will work. And we also have a little bit here. So let's just go down as far as we can. So at this point I don't really want... Why did that happen? I'm not sure. At this point I don't really want to trigger 9 lives, because when we trigger 9 lives we will lose all of our heart containers, and having 3 heart containers is better than having 1, obviously, even though I rarely make much use of it. So I think this works. Set. Looks like it works to me. So we got a ton of money out of that. Maybe we should also look for this secret room. It's like 1, 2, 3 possible locations. We have 2 bombs. That's normally enough to find it, I would say. And what did I say? I claimed that I probably had 3 half hearts. It might be just 2, but I don't know. Let's just do it like this. I don't really... which floor is this? We're gonna have at least one more shop, so let's keep our money. So it could be down here, I think. Let's go down and check. Yeah, it could be down there. I'm not sure why I'm walking around again. There's definitely no reason to do that. There it is. That's great. Yeah, I'll play this guy. Maybe down to 2, 3. Let's say 3. That's chests. And it contains the soul heart. So now I'm... oh, okay. That was actually down to 2. Now I'm happier than I was before I got that soul heart. So let's just quickly go back into the shop again because I forgot what we actually had on sale. Oh, black candle. Is black candle worth 15 cents? Could be, in some situations. I could also buy the red heart and then go play the blood bank a little bit more. Blood donation machine. But I won't. That's how it's gonna go down. Doing it this way, there is also a chance that we're gonna have another arcade again on this floor. And arcades are always good. And here, single chest, I'm not gonna bother. This room seems like it's fair enough use for Head of KRAMPUS. Just getting trickle charged, the same way of charging a Head of KRAMPUS more often would also be super good. I'll come back for that Eternal Heart if I remember. I probably won't. Let's see. Wouldn't be the first time that I forgot an Eternal Heart lying around. So Necropolis is a problem. Definitely is. It's probably the most difficult throwers in the game. Yeah, it's not entirely true, but it's the most difficult throwers in the game at the time where you see them normally. Because you still don't have all of your items yet. So you're not as... you don't have as much power as you will have at some point of your run. Yeah. So, I mean, of course, the chest and the dark room is more difficult, but you'll also have more items when you actually go there. So let's quickly look for mark rocks, because those could also mean make a difference here. This is fairly slow, actually. We're almost half an hour and we haven't... Oh, how does that guy manage to always hit me? It's so impressive. I mean, I'm not even too... I'm a little mad. I'm not mad at him, I'm mad at the game. I'm mad at Edmund McMillen for having produced that thing. We could easily just die here. That's a problem. So I'm at least happy that I didn't pick up the Eternal Heart, because that would have been gone now. So I think if I had to point at one thing that I shouldn't have done, it's picking up soy milk. I'm pretty sure that caused us to have less damage. Simply. Head of KRAMPUS, so good. I will go into the curse room, even though it might be a terrible idea. Curse room could mean guppy items, could also mean just soul hearts. Could mean lots of good things. Any marks in this room? Not as far as I can tell. We should remember to blow up all the poop, because petrified poop is gonna be good for us for that. So let's get as close as we can. I think we can blow up all 4 fires. There we go. Get a bunch of soul hearts. That's pretty good. So I guess the way I'll do this... How do I want to do this, actually? Okay, so I'll lose health going in here, so I'll just pick them up immediately. I was considering if we could do something funky about it and not actually pick it up until the boss fight to get the maximal chance at a devil room. And you could argue that it's... it would have been a good idea. It's not 100% clear cut that it's not. But I think this is still better for us. This room tends to have mark rocks, but I can't actually see any. Oh, this guy, they shoot so fast. Got me twice. Almost lost our soul hearts again. Feels so bad. This looks like a room where I could have been interested in having Head of KRAMPUS ready. This is gonna take a long, long time. I guess I want to have them lined up horizontally, because that way at least there's a chance that I'll manage to hit some of these guys. They also just fly for so long. Oh, this is the most frustrating thing ever. That's not entirely true. I think the CAD challenge was probably the most annoying thing ever. Yes! I can hit this thing. Twice! Oh god. I'm tempted to put down a bomb, but I'll probably miss if I do. I guess they don't actually fly when you're place yourself vertically towards them. Is that true? I should have done that a long time ago. Okay, maybe it's not entirely true. It could also not be entirely false, though. Okay, get another chance at getting a few shots in. Hopefully our boss fights are gonna be easier than this in the future. This isn't even a boss fight, of course. It's just like regular room. I guess I should look at the flies to figure out where they actually are. Okay. A few more shots, and that should do it. There we go. Finally. I know this isn't the most difficult room, but it looked like it, again, would take a long time to do it without just destroying everything. I'm getting a little impatient at this point, which often doesn't bode very well for the rest of the run, because as soon as you lose your patience, you're gonna normally pick up more mistakes as well, so... Okay, a shop could be good for us. Hopefully it is. Okay, I'm gonna get fucked here. I don't know if I should use some cube of meat more than I do. It deals so much damage that there's probably a point in doing so. Maybe not on this exact room because it's a little scary. But in general. Piggy bank. I think. We had that before? The life saving, because I forget what it does. We got 3 cents back. And this is Mom's key, which gives us a few keys, I think. Yeah, and then maybe it does something else as well. Not entirely sure. I will wait and buy the soul heart before we go into the boss fight. Simply to maximize devil room chances. Okay, this room, even though it's as big as the last one, should be a lot easier. We do also have a charge on KRAMPUS's cred charged up for the boss fight, so... I'm trying to find the positives here. There should be a few of them. We're also not dead. That's pretty good. Even though we probably will be soon enough. I mean, I can't even see us beating the womb at this pace. It's simply gonna take too long. I know we need... Yeah, I know we need to beat the womb. I'm unsure if we need to go all the way to Isaac. I wouldn't be too surprised. We'll see. Could also be Satan. Maybe we get the choice. Not sure. Let's go by the soul heart and then go back up here. Like getting just brimstone or mom's knife. I mean, that would just make the entire difference. It's a little sad that it's that way. That there's like an item that will... Well, it probably won't win us the run, but it's certainly gonna make it a lot easier. Except with soy milk, brimstone is probably useless, now that I think of it. Headless Horseman should be easy. Okay, good. Oh, that sucks. I was so hoping for a devil room. Okay. So Pony allows us to dash and attack. Like that. Also gives us flight, but I think Head of KRAMPUS is way better. Is there anything else on the floor I want to go back for? Yes, there's the Eternal Heart. That we saw like 20 minutes ago. I could also check out the remainder of the floor, but I mean, given that it's Necropolis, it's probably better to just go on and hope for the depths instead. Yeah, could also have used Nicalis somewhat efficiently on a room like this. It's probably a tarot card or two in there, similar in that room. We're also pretty slow. We haven't gotten a single speed upgrade, I think. I don't think we got any speed downgrades either, though. It's kind of strange. Oops, make sure not to bring this with me. That would be fatal, probably. All right. How did I take damage from that? That's so bad. Sure, I'll use my only bomb. Push pin sometimes means that we have piercing and spectral shots. I don't think it does anything when we don't have any tears. Oh, this good old room. So I know that there's like somewhere around the order of 5,000 rooms in this game. But surely, I mean, I know the birthday paradox and everything, but surely they must be weighted somehow, because it seems like we're getting this room on half of the runs that we actually do. Child's heart means that we get more red hearts. It could also be good. Maybe I'll bring it with me later on. 2 keys seems like a reasonable deal here. Get a bomb back. Try not to open up the other one there. I hit this room. Okay. It's probably good enough. I do realize that he would have probably just killed himself on the spikes, but I got scared. Certainly getting a lot of red hearts already without Child's Heart. I guess petrified poop kind of works the same way, as long as you have poop enough. Just like many other things in life. Oh, I hope this is over soon. Just give us something good or something bad. Oh, this is also gonna be so frustrating. In particular because we need to align the familiars with the turret guy. Okay, that should work. Golden key, sure, means that we don't need to spend any more keys on this floor. Particular should open up all of these because sometimes they contain goodies. I should go in there. Too bad. Will this actually give us charges on our spacebar items, I'm wondering. I mean, I'm not gonna try to find out because it would be a little bit silly to use Head of Krampus in this room. Just curious if that's the way it works in general. Because it certainly wasn't in vanilla. Speed up! That's pretty good. That's something I was asking about a second ago. Why did we get that single cent? I don't know. Guess I'll pick this up. No reason not to stick at full health. Means we will have to backtrack a little less, and if we come across a super difficult room with 4 masks of infamy, we're a little bit less likely to die. I'll use KRAMPUS series because these guys have a lot of health. Yeah. Again, does it make sense to save it? It does make a lot of sense to save it, actually. It's so hard until as late as possible, simply because if we can bring it, everything we can bring down to down to the next floor is good. So this would of course be better if we had 3 bombs. But still, 2 bombs for 2 chests seems like a pretty good deal, in particular because one of them could contain 1 bomb. Yeah, okay, plenty of bombs. Plenty of wiggling as well. Good stuff. I'm not sure what we're gonna use all of these consumables for. The bombs are probably the most useful at this point. So it requires a sufficient amount of thought that I needed to break up my commentary a little bit. I couldn't quite tell if any of them were stuck on like the outer perimeter, and turned out that indeed they were. Yeah. So I got to ask myself the same question as I did on the previous floor. Is it worth it to just rush the boss at this point, or should I try to clear the floor? And it's not so obvious. I mean, the depths is certainly a lot simpler than Necropolis is. So yeah. It's champion spells. I don't think we ever had that on campaign bonus as well. It means that we get more damage, which means that I'll take it. It also gets that we means that we spawn more champions. And I'm still not actually 100% sure that our damage, that the damage, what do I want to call it? The damage stat does anything for us at all. I felt like when I picked up soy milk that our tiers got a lot smaller. It could also be that soy milk simply takes so much damage off it that that we simply have no damage, and we're incapable of getting any damage again, because that's kind of how soy milk works. Let's quickly check actually. Damage is at 1. So maybe we simply cannot get any more damage upgrades over the course of this this entire run. That would be terrible. I'll put down a bomb. That was terribly placed. It worked. Oh, we get Ghost Baby. That's pretty good actually, since we have the Big Friends Forever. Familiars are essentially the best items that we can get. Actually, when you go out of the room and go back into it, the turrets disappear. Makes it a lot easier. Hierophant is also fantastic. And the boss is right here. Did we go to the shop yet? I don't think we did. No, we didn't. So let's pick up Ghost Baby. Ghost Baby shoots spectral shots. I believe his damage is the same as brother Bobby's. So it's not fantastic, but I mean, it's like a 30% damage up for us, I guess. Or maybe not quite, because I still think Rotten Baby is a little bit better. In particular, in a room like this where Rotten Baby is going to be the only... Oh, he cannot actually deal damage to these guys from the front. Did we have a battery somewhere? Doesn't look like it. Otherwise I would have used Head of KRAMPUS in this room. But I guess we must have... Oh, okay, I see our shop. Did we go into it? We did go into it. Why can I not remember that? Does Wiggleworm or Whipworm do anything? No. Whipworm is normally like a huge speed upgrade, essentially shot speed upgrade. So, what was in the shop again? Oh, right. I'll buy this, and I'll buy this. And I'll try to not use my Hierophant card. Hierophant is 2 soul hearts. And instead, I'll pick up this, and I'll go to the boss fight. So I hope this is Dev's part 2. Yeah, good. Otherwise, I would have just made a huge mistake. I guess we can still get a Del room here as well. That would be pretty useful. Are you a wizard? Did we try out? No, we didn't actually. Oh, Hematemesis. Did you notice how I actually pronounced that correctly for the first time ever? It's because I looked up what the word means. It's the vomiting of blood, which makes a lot of sense because that's essentially what you do. So it's a symptom of being way too metal. I guess it didn't mean it make any difference here, but it could have been bad. So okay. So here, I suppose that the tick would have made a difference, but certainly having... Oh shit. Krampus' head already made this a lot easier. Why is there so many bombs around? Whoop. Different chat programs highlighting me at the same time. It's also gonna make this a little bit trickier. The worst thing about this is that it's a little tricky to decide or to tell when your shots actually come out or when your tears actually come out because there's a small delay. Okay, do I want to go... I guess I get the choice, right? To go to Isaac or to go to Shoal? I'm not sure if we need... I don't think we need to go all the way to the chest. Because... I'll take the Polaroid. We'll find out. Yeah. We lost a few soul hearts on that boss encounter. It's very unfortunate, but at least we still have our Hierophant card to back us up a little bit more. So the game is trying really hard to keep us alive. I'm not sure how to feel about that. Because, yeah. I mean, offensively, obviously our run is as bad as it was on the first floor. It's probably arguably even worse because of soy milk. And defensively, we have very little as well. I mean, essentially the only thing that's helping us out here is the Head of KRAMPUS. Head of KRAMPUS is also very good though. So any marks... looks a little bit like a mark on the bottom one, but I don't think it is. I'm very good at not picking the right directions here. What? Ah! So close to being the best dodgers ever. It's also a little problematic that you cannot actually tell when enemies die. I mean, normally you can sort of realize that enemies will not die unless they're in your like line of fire, but in this case they do anyway. It's a little confusing. This could also be a room with marks, but it's not. I really hope I can save this hero front card just a little bit. But I will of course use it if we end up going down to 1 health, because otherwise I might die. These guys can spawn on top of you when they teleport. That's like the worst enemy in the game. Maybe except for Blue Baby, who does the same. I think it was the last run where we died simply because Blue Baby ended up like right underneath us or right on top of us, and there's really nothing you can do about it. There's no way to dodge it. It's just probably the most unfair thing in the game. I'm whining a little bit, but it does make very little sense to me from like a game mechanic perspective. And I also know that pretty much everybody on the internet feels the same way, so I'm not too worried about coming up with bold claims like that. This is terrible. So I'll of course try not to use the Eternal Heart until I can, yeah, until I can be a little bit more safe that I won't miss it or lose it immediately. Yep, that's fair enough game. So I guess, is that missing page part 2 that triggers that thing? It must be, right? Anyway, I guess I'll need to use this now. And I will pick up both of them, just because it's not entirely unlikely that we'll take 3 hits of damage on a single room. That's definitely a mark over there, but I cannot actually get to it. So unfair. These guys have way too much health. They're too fast. Also, my range is so bad because my familiars range are so bad. Ranges are so bad, so I should say. I don't want to go into the curse room. Oh, that guy doesn't fire at you. That's really cool. Okay, 2 bombs for a bunch of health. That's a pretty easy decision. Oh, okay, there's actually a Tinder rock up here, or a mic rock. So I should have gone in from up here instead. I think all the ones in the middle are ones that can actually give you goodies when you destroy them. So how do I want to do this? Maybe I actually want to blow up all of them. It's because I could get an extra soul heart or something like that. This is also pretty good. Again, I'll go back to my let's not pick up any soul hearts strategy then, because that is the correct strategy. Any more marks? I don't think so. So let's just blow up these ones as well. See what they have. We have enough bombs. Umbilical cord is more health, I think. Since we're not really seeing much more poop, I think it's probably good for us. I don't know exactly how umbilical cord works, but I probably should because it's a vanilla item, but I never really figured out the vanilla trinkets ever either. 3. Reroll something, but it's not our items. It might be every consumable on the floor. So I'll do that, but as late as possible. So yeah, the thing is with these, I'm not sure why I picked up the key either. I know that all the carpets reroll something, and I know that 1 and 6 reroll your items, so that's somehow the most important thing to know. Then there's also carpets that reroll your... Why did we get so many flies out of that? Huh. Why do we spawn flies again? Anyway, what was I trying to say? Right, that the other carpets reroll something else. So that could be, for instance, consumables, stuff like that. I'm not sure. I'll do it as late as possible. Blast assist should be easy. When do we blow him up? That was the wrong time to do it probably. But anyway, we got rid of a bunch of mini blast assists. This is probably about the least efficient that I ever see Head of KRAMPUS. But anyway, blast assist shouldn't be too difficult. Probably the first part is even the more difficult one, just because of all the other spawns. Try to line up the followers, get them in range. This is toothpicks, tears, and shot speed up. That probably doesn't mean anything at all. It's crazy how, I mean, just because we were blindfolded, the game becomes an insane amount more difficult. I mean, we still get items, of course, but the items that we get are so much worse because half of them are just functionally useless. At least we're pretty lucky to find the boss room so quickly. Could also reroll trinkets, maybe. I don't know how it works. I guess we didn't go in here before, did we? No, and we won't, actually. Did I leave anything else behind? I'll pick up the bomb. I don't think so. At this point, we almost had enough health to make our way into the curse room as well. It would have cost me like a single heart at some point. Okay. Ah, okay, so it's cool that it left the coins on the carpet so you can actually tell what I was going to reroll. Looks like it just turned everything into health though, which is not very helpful at all. Lock up. I'll take it. Key I'll take, of course. I should not have picked up that health, that was a mistake. It's better always to be at a half heart state. We sure have a huge amount of money now. Not sure what I'm going to use it for. It's another golden chest. Actually cool that it turns everything into golden chests, because golden chests are a lot better than so many other things. So we'll probably use the hermit card to... Normally it teleports you to the shop. In our case it won't. I'm not sure why I'm going back actually. Oh! Thank you, I guess. I was afraid that was gonna actually start the challenge there, but it did not. Oh! So again, the game really wants us to stay alive. We have a bunch of health right now. But, I mean, we're no stronger. It's not gonna be any easier. I should look for secret rooms. I think I forgot that for a few floors, didn't I? It could actually mean that we could possibly go into our... I mean, yeah, into our curse room for free. That would be super good. Okay, so it's not there. It could be in many... it couldn't actually be in all that many other places, could it? I guess there's two possibilities down here, and I'll at least check one of them, I remember. Okay, so it's probably here. No? Maybe up here, maybe? I don't know. I mean, of course we didn't check the entire floor, so there's many possible locations for it, I guess. It's not here. This is also a very likely position for top secret room. Yep. Faith up. Is that good? I don't know. I think it gives us more soul hearts. That could be good. Umbilical cord also does something, but I don't understand what it does. So maybe I'll take this instead. Oh, this is the slowest thing ever. Almost an hour. I really hope we just don't die on the Isaac fight or something like that. That would be so disappointing. Oh, okay. Guppy says pretty good. Just because now we're 2/3 of the way to becoming Guppy. We probably won't become Guppy because it's way too late for that. This room is scary. That's, I don't think we saw this room before. I mean, so it's in principle pretty easy, but the first time you encounter it, if you didn't encounter it before, I would imagine that's pretty difficult because that's the way it felt to me. Let's get the familiars down here. It's the worst thing. I mean, whenever you need to dodge out of the way, all of your familiars will move out of the way as well. So many champions, but I guess that's just because we have champion spells. That makes a lot of sense, game. I don't see any marks. I also don't see any way to get down to the marks, if there were any. So, how do we use the hermit card efficiently is the question. I guess if the boss challenge... Oh shit, if the boss challenge room is good, we may take whatever's in there and then just teleport out. I mean, I'm not sure where we're gonna teleport to, of course, but it's functionally doesn't matter. I mean, it could even take us to the boss fight, and that would be fantastic. But I guess we cannot go into the boss challenge room because we have health. So that was a silly line of thought for me right there. Okay, I hate this room. This room can die, please. I think we got rid of maybe just one of them, but even just getting rid of one is probably worth it. We're not even done yet. This is the worst room in the game. Motherfucker, we lost like 4 or 5 health there. Why do we get so many golden keys? It's very silly. Let's blow up these things. Okay, that's a health upgrade. And a damage upgrade. Maybe it's just a damage upgrade. But it's only a damage upgrade for us. I think it's the one that makes one of your eyes bigger. And then the tears that you shoot out of that eye become a lot stronger. But we can't make any use of that, of course. We have a little bit of health lying around, so I should have probably gone back for that before entering this room. Because if I die, that would be very silly. But, I mean, it's Dingle. I shouldn't die to Dingle. Okay, there's some health as well. That's good. So I'm not sure if I made the wrong decision in leaving... what's it called again? Petrified Poop behind? Because Petrified Poop is pretty good. It looks like we're having a pretty good payout from our poop already. That's a soul heart. Soul hearts are good. I could even be convinced to go into the curse room. We have the hermit card, so it will only cost us 1 red heart. In particular, since we seem to be fighting, or yeah, doing battle in every single room on the floor, so I will probably, no matter what, take the soul heart before we go into the Mom's Heart boss fight, because that one could be tricky with the damage that we're dealing at the moment. I think, what do I think? Do I think even? I believe that Head of Krampus only deals like half of Mom's Heart's health to it as damage. I used a lot of bombs to make that happen, but it sure did speed it up quite a bit. Some more health. And another spirit heart. I guess soul heart, sorry. Soul hearts might be because of the faith upgrade that we got from our trinket. Oh, we have 84 cents. This arcade could easily make a big difference. Just by getting soul hearts, I mean, that would be in itself fantastic. We could go up to full soul hearts. So I'll, of course, end up min-maxing this thing here. It's even more money. It's crazy. Okay, how do we want to do this? I'm not sure yet. I don't want to pick up soul hearts just yet. I think health-wise we're pretty good. Oh, 2 pretty flies. That's actually fantastic. It's gonna make the bullet hell fights so much easier. Is that a lockup? Speed up, okay. Is this something good? Oh, Hermit. It's our old card. So at this point I'm almost sure that I'm gonna go into the curse room. I will try to clear as much as I can of the floor first, just not to end up in a battle where I'm gonna lose all of my health. In fact, I should probably wait doing this until after in full health. It's very good to know that that exists. So, yeah. That's a scary room. Is it, yeah, it's Head of Krampus scary. I hope that we'll get another charge. There is a good chance we'll get a battery from the arcade. Anyway, I hit this room. I could die in here. Ugh, I think this is the next worst room in the game. The only thing that makes it less bad is that there's only 3 of them in here, and there was 4 in that other room. So, oish. Oops. That works. Does that... Why do I have 2 golden keys? That's very silly. Okay, I still do pay golden or keys to him. Otherwise that would also have been extremely silly. Gave us paperclip. I think I know what that does now. It allows us to open golden chests for free. Which is not very good. Well, I mean, it's good in some situations, but it's not very good in our particular situation because we already have so many keys. So let's restock here and move on. So it looks like we will be clearing this entire floor. It's a little unfortunate. Kind of an annoying room, but it wasn't too difficult. Let's just go in here because it's faster. Oh, hello, my friend. Ah, I'm so bad at that. It was like completely trivial to do without taking damage in Vanilla Isaac, but they must have changed it around a little bit. That's one of the beans. I forget what it's called again. Butterbean. Oh, it's terrible. It allows us to knock stuff back once in a while. So let's go back for our health. This is taking forever. If I do not win this game, I will be one sad person. I will probably go to bed and cry. Maybe I won't. Okay, I picked up a soul heart by accident. It's not gonna... I mean, I'm gonna lose that soul heart, I think. And it's gonna be a little sad. But hopefully I'll be able to get more soul hearts out of it. Can I get out of here without... Oh, okay, there goes the soul heart. At least that makes me a little happier that I'm not gonna lose it later. So I hope that I'm gonna be able to get back to full health. Oh, this is such an annoying place for the butterbean. It's even getting closer and closer to the spike, so I hope I don't pick it up by accident again. How do I want to do this? I want to go into the curse room, and I want to bring my hermit card. Then hopefully I will not teleport to the boss fight. That could easily happen, but it's... easily is perhaps not the correct word. It could happen, but it's very unlikely. In here I get a teleport into here where I get Fear Shot. And Fear Shot... yeah, I believe it's Fear Shot and Damage Up, actually. Doesn't do very much for us, because I don't think it affects our familiars. So I'm not gonna pick it up. Normally I definitely would. Okay, that took us back here. So that was functionally useless, I guess. I'm hesitant. I mean, the only question I need to ask myself here is, can I beat Mom's heart with 5 health? I'm pretty sure I could, but I would feel extremely bad if I can't. And that's a very important question, because it means it's the difference between having a number of soul hearts or having that number plus 4 soul hearts, right? I mean, I could and should probably go back here afterwards, after the boss fight, and re-tag my soul hearts. I mean, I should definitely play the blood donation machine also, I guess. Let's see, let me get a few more soul hearts and then I'll go into the boss fight. Okay, maybe I won't actually. Yeah, I'll play this guy instead, even though it takes forever. Some keys that I cannot use for anything. Yeah. Oh, this is so slow. I'm very close to just like going straight into the boss fight. Okay, I'll go into the boss fight, and then I'll come back, and then I'll min-max. And this will be the longest thing that we have ever seen. So I hope you like min-maxing. I mean, if you're still with me, you've been watching this thing for an hour, so yeah. So you're probably not too opposed to the entire idea. I could have easily gotten hit by that. Having so many things flying around us certainly does make a big difference here. It's kind of nice that I can also use the familiars here. Okay, so how do I do this? Okay, I did indeed only do like half of her health as damage. I could probably use some bombs maybe, like you would do in Vanilla Isaac. I think that could be mean a difference here. It's gonna become a little bit closer to actually get, or a little bit more difficult to actually get closer to them. But I guess it works. Okay, that did work at least, as far as I could tell. It's a little annoying that I cannot actually get in place for a shot there. This is also very annoying. Let's put in that bomb there. It's gonna be a miss. So I did lose one soul heart. Looks like I could have easily just simply not picked up those soul hearts from before. She's gonna do the same thing again, same direction. Hit me twice. Okay, I lost all of my soul hearts now. I feel very bad about that, of course. Okay. There's the way up to the cathedral. How much health do we have lying around? At least it's all sort of in the same place, so I don't need to go back and forth too much. One. It's a little annoying that you can't tell on the map. 1, 2.5, 2.5, 4. Okay, so I may as well just go down to nothing here. Alright, we get the effect from the Polaroid. Means that we can get a few plays for free. You know what I'll do if I can? Oh shit, maybe not stand right next to the flies. First of all. So what I'll do is try not to die, because that would be a little stupid. But what I'll do other than that is maybe just speed this up in post, or maybe it won't be necessary. But okay, it will maybe actually be necessary. I was thinking I could easily get Scatoli, whatever it's called, Scatoli from the little guy right there. Turned out that it wasn't gonna work that way. The only thing I really want is a few soul hearts. All I want for Christmas is extra soul hearts. Can it be so difficult to understand? There's Fly Love again. Let's just call it Fly Love. That's easier to remember. So what I was about to say, I'm not even sure if I actually managed to say. What I was about to say was that maybe I should just make this video go quicker, but of course I could also just ramble for 66 more cents. Actually, these bombs could be super useful if I manage to use them correctly. There's a good chance that he's gonna blow himself up at some point. Okay, this is the important one. Okay. I mean, all I really need is health. Bombs are good. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to use 12 bombs sufficiently. I just need some health. I mean, if I could go down to the cathedral with maybe... How much health do I need to feel confident that I can beat it? A lot, right? How much health? I went down to this floor with 3 extra soul hearts. I'll need at least as much on the cathedral, I think. Let's Fly Love once more. Okay, there it is. So I guess we'll put a bomb into that. Yeah, not useful. Is there anything else we can do on this floor? I don't think there is. So we'll pick this up, and we'll go up here and pick that up. We have a few more bombs now, so if I come across the funky rocks, I should probably blow them up. I forget what you can get on the cathedral from blowing up like environmental thingies. I'm not sure if you can... Maybe you can get chests or something like that. I seem to remember that. I'm not sure. Yeah, it feels extremely bad that I lost those 4 soul hearts in particular, because I think that I took exactly 4 hits of damage on the boss fight. But I mean, it was the correct decision, because I could have just as easily taken 5 damage, and that would have been very stupid, because then I would be dead. So hopefully we'll be able to find Isaac quickly. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to even beat Isaac with the current amount of health. But I'm also fairly certain that we won't be able to stabilize health-wise on the cathedral. So I'm afraid this is very likely to be like my worst nightmare, that we're going to come very close to the boss fight, maybe even on the boss fight, and then we'll just die there. And then that's it. I do have 9 lives, and that's just gonna make it worse, I guess. One thing that I should try to use efficiently is my cube of meat. I think cube of meat is gonna deal a lot of damage to Isaac. I mean, I'm speaking like we're actually gonna get to Isaac. It's not actually that likely at this point. I should use cube of meat in general. If I come across enemies that I can easily get close to, like this guy, then it would make sense to use it. Ugh, that's damage. Another thing to be aware of is that 1 full health pill, I know it exists at this point, or 1 sun card, 1 good tarot card, could also make a huge difference here. So we're probably not gonna get any of these. Let's go upwards. This should be a super easy room for Gishes. Particularly when they line up. So it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge to use Head of KRAMPUS efficiently as well. This is not a good room to use it on, definitely. I mean, you want to use it on... I mean, it's pretty easy to explain how to use it efficiently. You want to use it on the most efficient rooms in such a way that you also have it available for the most challenging rooms and the boss fight. But figuring out how that's gonna work is, I guess, really all about experience. Somehow skill factors in very little. And experience in this game, I mean, boils down to knowing all the rooms. And we don't. Simply because we only played this game for like 30, 40 hours. Judgment could be good. Let's see. It's not quite good enough. HP upgrade. I'll take it. Should also min-max the fires here, even though they're a little annoying to actually shoot. Oh, there we go. Got nothing. Should also remember to look for secret rooms. I mean, we really need all the advantages we can. I think at some point during this game, or this run, I lost a soul heart, and I said, it's not gonna make a difference. And then I went on to a huge rant about how it's probably gonna actually make a difference. It might. This could easily, I mean, unless we're gonna fight the entire cathedral and we're just gonna get worn down before the end of it. Oh. This is good, this battery. I pointed at my screen like, see that battery out there? It's good. Shit. I could use some more health. I could easily use some more health. How are we gonna do this? Well, first of all, we're gonna look for the top secret room, because it's probably here. Yeah. Yes, this often contains... Ah! This is like, on average, this would pay out with like 4 out of 5 soul hearts because we have so much luck. And what do we get? A freaking speed upgrade. How is that useful for anything? I'm not even sure if it's better. I don't know. I don't think the secret room could be up there. I was talking about something else as well before, but I completely forgot what that tangent was about. It's also not unlikely that the secret room is here, because I don't know if there's gonna be a room below it. Good. No, come on. If I lose health here, that's gonna be detrimental. He can't even give us anything good, can he? I can drop health, actually. There's a good chance he drops health normally. And the room layout isn't too bad. I mean, the keepers, or whatever they're called, the thing is that jump, are probably the most annoying part here. Greed himself I can just avoid by hiding behind the rocks. Okay, so I think we're okay for now. Health? Oh, give me some health. Okay, marks at least. Any marks? No, I don't see any marks. I don't like our chances at all. Okay, so we'll give it a shot. Is this the correct way to go about it? We'll give it a shot, and then if we fail, we'll go back and clear the entire floor. Hopefully find something good. I'm not sure. It could also make sense to clear the entire floor, then get the benefits, and then go back to the boss fight. Just because I'm very hesitant to say that we'll be able to do something here. But maybe we will. At least we'll give it a shot. Somehow we can do... Our bombs aren't actually dealing all that much damage, I just noticed. The flies are probably the best thing here, because we can hit with the flies even though we're not positioned in the right place ourselves. Oh, that was close to being damaged. I wonder if... Do bombs actually block tears? And so, if so, that's pretty good. This is the correct time to use this. I can never quite tell how this works though. We're fast enough. It would have probably made sense to pick up Goat Hoof. There's also a good chance that I'm just gonna blow the bombs into myself. If I'm just gonna win without taking damage, I'm gonna feel a little stupid. Also surprised. Why is he so fast? I don't think we ever spent this much time on this fight before. Oh, this fight is so cool when it's actually a fight. Oh, shit. Okay, we took damage now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say that beams of light are probably... How did I fucking... That's some Neo shit right there. How did I dodge that? Okay, I think there's a way to tell when it's gonna hit the corner and when it's not. I'm not sure how you do that though. And that might be my death. We have 3 hits left. Just... Don't throw more beams at me. Okay, I think I'm safe in the corner now. I'm not, okay. I'm also out of bombs, actually. Just noticed. If nothing else, I'm super happy that we only took damage from the beams of light. Yes! Fuck! Oh, yes! Unlock. Epic. Fucking fetus. And the last challenge. Ooh. That was pretty good. That was pretty damn good. We will play this challenge very shortly. For now, thank you everybody for watching if you made it to the end. That was kind of a struggle, but it's also super cool. That the final boss fight was, besides run I think 31, the one against Mega Satan, it was probably by far the most close it's ever felt in a boss fight here. So I enjoyed that. That was very fun. I hope you enjoyed it as well. For now, thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you some other time.